Alright, welcome to Backstage at House of Blues, sitting here with Alan Stone opening for Jack's Mannequin. So, how's your tour going here with Jack's?
It's good, man. It's good. Jack's Mannequin and Jukebox the Ghost are potentially some of the nicest fellas around, and I love their music, so it's a pleasure to open up for them and then get to hear them shred it every night.
Now, you're a bit different. I mean, both Jack's Mannequin and Jukebox the Ghost are kind of piano-based.
Yeah.
And you're more soul. Have you been well received on this tour?
Yeah, I thought so. I think I'm typically used to like that soul crowd who is maybe a little bit more apt to dance and move at shows, whereas this crowd base is not so much that. But I felt like we've been well received. Yeah, there was a couple shows that, some of it obviously been better than the others, but I felt good about it for sure.
Is this your first time in Cleveland?
First time, brother.
What do you think of it so far? You love the weather?
Love the weather, man. Reminds me of home.
Where are you from? Washington?
Mm-hmm. No, I live in Seattle, but I grew up like in Eastern Washington.
All right. And talk about a little bit about your soul influences, Alan.
Okay. I grew up listening to like Stevie Wonder and Marvin Gaye and Aretha Franklin, and kind of that old like 60s and 70s soul music is where my heart is for sure.
How's life in the van? People often look at music as sex, drugs, rock and roll, but it's a kind of not a fun ride up to the top, is it? Living in a van
Well, there's been no sex or drugs yet, so it's just been rock and roll so far, which is good. But yeah, it's not bad. Like me and the band, we're all homies and we get along really well. So I like it. It's not it's not as nice as like being in the Bahamas and like sipping on a margarita, but it's not bad. It's better than sitting at a desk all day.
Yeah. You're a soul singer, and I listen to your music on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
And while we're talking about Spotify, what are your thoughts on the streaming model, particularly Spotify?
I think it's stupid.
You think it's stupid?
Yeah. I think that if people continue to not want to pay for music, there's not going to be art in like 20 years. Yeah. And Spotify is potentially the worst compensating website there is. Quit listening to Spotify, brother. Spotify, Pandora, they're great ways to get your music out there for sure, but if the importance is keeping art around, you have to invest in it, in my opinion. And if an artist like myself can't make a living, then I'm not going to be able to continue to make art. Same with every other musician. And that's why you see every major label is consolidating and moving, and granted, major labels kind of deserve it because they've been a monopoly for the last 50 years, switching their catalogs from 8-track to vinyl to tape to CD every 10 years and making everybody revamp up their catalog. So they kind of deserve it a little bit, but I'm an independent artist. I'm not associated with a label or a publisher. The backbone of what I do is really driven by listener support, and Spotify is bogus. Don't listen to Spotify. Get rid of it.
Would you ever up with the major label, Alan, if the opportunity came, or do you like the
opportunity has definitely come several times, but it's got to be the right fit and the right deal. Hopefully that day will come. I'd love to team up with a label if it felt right and it was a good fit and the deal was good. But labels just they're a business first and foremost, and they got to find artists who can make money, and that typically happens through crappy deals.
And back to the question before I started the Spotify stuff. When I was listening to you and then I saw your photo, I'm not going to lie, I saw your photo before, but are people surprised when they see you after hearing your music?
I think so, yeah. Arvis, what do you think? Are you surprised by me?
Beautiful man, beautiful voice. So I wasn't surprised, really.
Oh, what what a sweetheart.
Aw.
No, people are definitely taken back by, you know, my appearance versus my sound. But, you know, I think, yeah. To
Yes.
answer your question, yes.
Yes. Like another artist that I think you have a little bit of similarity to is Mark Broussard.
I love Mark. I love
You love Mark.
I love
the first time I saw him, I was like, oh my god, he's white.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, right?
Mark potentially has, if not the best voice in soul music today, definitely like top 2, top 3. But yeah, Mark's God, man. He's incredible.
Yeah.
The things he can do vocally are just like, dude, what? Where did you learn to do that? You
Right.
sucker.
Yeah. Are you currently writing, Alan? I know you just put out some material, but is that something when you're done, putting out one project that you think, oh man, I'm done with that for a while, or is it something that's just an ongoing process for you?
It's definitely slowed down, but it's always an ongoing process. I'm always thinking of new melodies and new ideas and new things to write about, new phrasings. I haven't like penned out a complete song yet, but I definitely have like close to 10 ideas.
And I'm gonna let you go here in a second, but what do you have coming up after your tour with Jax?
We got a headline run. Starts February 12th in Baltimore. You can check out the dates at alanstone.com. I'm out like 300 dates this year, basically. So we will be at a city near you. I hope to see you, whoever is on the other side of this broadcast.
Yes. Once again, the website is alanstone.com. Check out his upcoming tour dates. And check him out on Spotify, because he'll love that. And just kidding, don't listen to Spotify, right, Alan?
Forget about Spotify, man.
All right. Alan, thanks so much for taking the time. You lied to me. You're not a total bastard. It was great talking to you, and I'm looking forward to seeing your show tonight.
You too, brother. Thanks for your time, man.
Thank you.